mankind will set foot on the moon for the first time. Today, the President reaffirmed America's commitment.
Ready. Check.
Clear.
Clear.
Ow. So, 3 months. What have we found out?
Well, they are everywhere. Every state in America.
Not just America, the entire world.
There's a greater concentration here, though. Ow!
You okay?
Oh, better.
Better.
Turns out I was wrong. I'm not pregnant.
What's up?
Nothing. Really, nothing, seriously.
So you've seen them, but you don't remember them.
You've seen them too. That night at the warehouse, remember? While you were pretending to hunt us down, we saw hundreds of those things. We still don't know what they look like.
It's like they edit themselves out of your memory as soon as you look away. The exact second you're not looking at them, you can't remember anything.
Sometimes you feel a bit sick though, but not always.
So that's why you marked your skin.
Only way we'd know if we'd had an encounter.
How long have they been here?
That's what we've spent the last 3 months trying to find out.
Not easy if you can't remember anything you discover.
How long do you think?
As long as there's been something in the corner of your eye, or creaking in your house, or breathing under your bed, or voices through a wall. They've been running your lives for a very long time now, so keep this straight in your head. We are not fighting an alien invasion.
We're leading a revolution. And today the battle begins. How? Nightmares.
Nano recorder fuses with the cartilage in your hand. And tunes itself directly to the speech centers in your brain and pick up your voice no matter what. Telepathic connection. So, the moment you see one of the creatures, you activate it and describe aloud exactly what you'll see. And describe aloud exactly what you'll see. Because the moment you break contact, you're going to forget it happened. The light will flash if you've left yourself a message. You keep checking your hand if you've had an encounter. That's the first you'll know about it.
Why didn't you tell me this before we started?
I did, but even information about these creatures erases itself over time. I couldn't refresh it because I couldn't talk to you.
What? What are you staring at?
Look at your hand.
Why is he doing that?
What does it mean if the light's flashing? What did I just tell you?
I haven't.
Play it.
My God, how did it get in here?
Keep eye contact with the creature, and when I say turn back, and when you do, straighten my bow tie.
What? What are you staring at?
Look at your hand.
Hologram extrapolated from the photo on Amy's phone. Take a good, long look. You just saw an image of one of the creatures we're fighting. Describe it to me.
I can't.
Ooh, that's all a little bit of a blur. Goodness. We saw the silence there, didn't we, in the TARDIS, that hologram. The Impossible Astronaut and Day of the Moon. This is the start of Series 6. And the Doctor gets shot at the beginning, I seem to recall, on some, I don't know, Brighton Beach or somewhere. No, somewhere a bit more exotic, I think. Somewhere in the States. And the astronaut comes out of the water. I seem to remember that. And I think it's revealed that the astronaut might be River Song. And I can't quite remember how that came to be. But I think that might be to do with the whole sort of arc of the season. I can't remember who that American chap was. Something to do with the White House, I think. And yes, that sort of discussion they were all having in the TARDIS was obviously to do with the silence. And they are very much at the forefront of this season, I think. As we'll find out as the stories progress. But it's lovely to have Alex Kingston back as River Song, and Amy is no longer pregnant, apparently, or so she believes. Things are starting to bob back into my brain about forthcoming revelations, but perhaps that's for another story. But yes, this was the second of the two-parter, Day of the Moon. I remember thinking it was perhaps rather complicated at the time, but I think that's probably a staple actually overall of some of Moffat's Doctor Who. It does require you to pay quite a lot of attention. So this is probably one of those stories where one would benefit from watching several times. And I probably have watched it several times, but obviously not several times enough to recall every single detail of the plot. You'll forgive me. But yes, it is a complicated one. But lots to enjoy about it, I seem to remember. A lot of atmosphere. I remember sort of Amy, I don't know, in some sort of haunted house or something, and finding sort of symbols all over her body, sort of in maybe encryptions or something along those lines. But yeah, an interesting start to the season. Yeah. The Impossible Astronaut, Day of the Moon.